Hey guys, Bix Weir, roadtoruta.com. Today's talk is going to be about silver. It's called Silver Off the Charts. Um, if you have followed my work, you know my belief as to what technicals mean in the silver market. They mean nothing in a manipulated market, but they're used by the bad guys and the manipulators. There's a slight difference there, to get the crowd running in one direction or the other. It's a con, it's a scam, it's an alibi. They can even say, oh, well, of course the silver market's not rigged. Look, it went according to this cup and handle chart graph thingy. It just crossed the 50-day moving average, and that's what made the herd go there. But what they don't say is, yes, it was forced below the 50-day moving average by manipulation. And yes, the rest of the crowd is going to run down there and try to sell because they want to get out of their position. And then the exact opposite thing goes the other way. But today I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to worry about it. We know what happens. We know that the markets are rigged every day, every trade. They can make it go up. They can make it go down. They can make it go to zero. They can make it go to $1 million an ounce in silver. It's a click of a mouse. Ting, done. $1 million an ounce, all of a sudden all the banks shut down because of the short derivatives. What I want to do is show you a couple charts. And these charts are just basic charts. I just printed them out just to talk about the people who are watching charts and thinking about charts are starting to get excited. So I wanted to show you a couple charts. This is the first chart, is the silver price since 1968. And you can really see there was really two spikes. The first spike was at around 1979, 1980. It was a flash spike up to right around $50 and then slammed back down. That was what the riggers call the Hunt brothers manipulation of silver, and that's what the government called it. In the late 70s, 78 through 1980, the Hunt brothers out of Texas were buying physical silver, and they were buying COMEX contracts. The total amount they bought of physical silver was right around 90 million ounces that they had, both with them and some of their partners. So that was what the government in 1980 deemed silver market manipulation was 90 million ounces. We all know today that J.P. Morgan has over 600 million physical ounces of silver. So where is the law? Why isn't the CFTC doing anything? It's 6 times what the largest known manipulation was of the Hunt brothers. But no, the reason the CFTC isn't doing things is because the price hasn't spiked. If the price was allowed to spike over $50, the CFTC might have something to come in and talk about. But all they'll have to say is, well, the price is only $17.50 and $18. So no, there's no physical manipulation. Ridiculous. You can sell as many short contracts on electronic silver to keep the price low and then load up on physical. Brilliant move for JP Morgan. We'll see if they get out of the short side in the next weeks and months. That's chart number 1. Chart number 2, the silver to S&P ratio over the last, this is a 27-year chart. If you can see that, let's get it right. So as you can tell, we are at extreme lows. And a lot of room for silver. This goes back 27 years. A lot of room for silver to move in relation to the S&P. And that's because silver is massively manipulated. Just to get 5 times what it is now would just get you up to the top green line. So silver has a whole lot of room ahead, clear sailing. Don't worry about any of the technical charts. These are just for fun. And of course, the gold-silver ratio. And this guy tried to map out all the big moves that happened in the gold-silver ratio happened after these all the green shaded areas, and we're right there again. So he's expecting a big move in the gold-silver ratio. The gold-silver ratio is over 70. That's the most ridiculous thing you can even fathom these days, because all the silver is consumed. It's all being used up, and all the gold is being hoarded and saved. So you would think the gold-silver ratio would get tighter and tighter and tighter over the last 60, 70 years, but no. It goes from an average of 10 to 15 to 1, and it's up at 71. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's completely fake. And there will be a resolution to that, and it won't be pretty. And here's an exciting one for all you technical chart guys. The silver wedge. Notice the wedge building, and right now to fly out of the wedge is like right at $18, $18.20. A lot of people talking about that 1820 number on the technical side. If silver's allowed to poke back over there above 1820, it's like smooth sailing. And look at the RSI back at the top. The relative strength indicator is at the lowest. And so, according to this and all these chart guys, it's ready to run. But the big run won't happen until it hits over the wedge, which is 1820. Now, this is all ridiculous because it can go anywhere it wants with the computer program. But I just want to say, when you get the chart guys, even the chart guys are getting excited. Yes, they can slam it down to anything, and they can make it run to anything. And the question is, are they tired of the manipulation? Does the manipulation benefit the United States of America? Does continuing to run this Ponzi scheme and the electronic fiat monetary system continue to benefit us, or is all the jobs and all the wealth going to Asia right now? It's all going to Asia. It has been for the last 5 years. And that's why in 2007, 2008, they tried to crash the system to get rid of the unbacked fiat money system. The banksters went into Congress and held a gun to Congress and the U.S. people and said, you got to bail us out. We need $700 billion. We need it now, or you're going to lose everything you ever worked for, everything you ever thought you had. We're coming to that point again. Very quickly, extremely quickly. Everything Trump is doing now, not when he started his administration, because I was a little worried when he started because he was doing things that he said he was going to do, changing all the problems. We don't want to fix any problems. We want the system to crash, then fix the problems. If you fix the problems before the system crashes, you're going to waste your time and effort and energy. So what does Trump do? Complete reversal on everything. He's doing it the old way now, which is sure to make the system crash. The question is what day? What day will it crash, and what will the crash feel like and look like? I think it's ongoing. I think it's been ongoing since 2008, and we're just in the process of it. They covered it up a little bit, but they didn't fix anything. The debt has grown bigger and bigger and bigger, and the big sovereign debt in Europe is out of control. And even China is in massive debt. That's the amazing thing. China, complete reversal. And they're printing money like it's going out of style and buying stuff. They like to buy stuff in the ground, like mines in Africa and Canada and all over the world. The Chinese investment bank is just sopping up all the minerals in the ground because they know at some point the system's going to implode. I'm not a big fan of buying stuff in the ground in another country, because it's very easy for that other country to shut their borders and say, no, you can't have our stuff anymore. And then it comes down to a military war, and I don't know if China wants to go to war with every country they have mineral rights in. I would assume they would work with those countries and have it mutually beneficial to both extract the metal and gain the wealth from it. And China has a lot to offer as far as consumption base. I mean, China has 1.4 billion people, a huge chunk of the human population. And if you open trade to countries that have natural resources, those countries are going to get rich, along with China would be stocked with natural resources. So it's a great plan on China's part. And the USA, we want to end this game. Trump wants to end the game. So he's not only playing it, he's kind of forcing it further and further and further down the line. And I think it's to a point of no recovery, and we're very close to that. On Friday, the budget has to be passed, and I don't think it's not gonna go smoothly. It might get delayed for a couple months, but all of it is building and building and building and weakening the dollar. It should, but that's controlled on a computer program as well. So we'll see the day when the mouse is clicked at the basement of the Treasury. They clicked it on September, I think it was September 16th. Of 2008 is when they clicked that mouse, and the market dropped like 50% overnight. And that's the kind of thing that's going to happen again, except this time there's going to be no bailout from Congress. All right, so those are your charts. I got one more chart, and this is just too pretty to look at. It's almost like artwork. It's the 40-year cup and handle for silver. This goes back to the mid-1970s, right around when Greenspan was implementing the computer programs to rig the price of gold and silver. And you can see very clearly defined a cup and the handle. And the handle is going to shoot upwards according to the technical guys. It's the cup and handle. Silver charts are off the chart. That's going to be the name of this video. It's called Silver Charts Are Off the Chart. From the Road to Ruta side, it's completely different. We are getting into an end game of the fiat monetary system. It was always the plan of Alan Greenspan to run this system as long as possible, soaking up all the benefits of unbacked fiat money, all the benefits of free military, free building, free infrastructure, free everything is free if you have an electronic monetary system, until it disappears and goes away because people lose faith in it. That's kind of the point we're getting to, and that's the point they're driving for. That's what they want to get to happen. They want the system to implode because the United States is the largest debtor nation in the world. If it implodes, we win. We've hidden all our stuff in the ground, all our natural resources. We use everybody else's. And then we have all this debt, the largest debtor nation in the world. It is time to crash the system, get rid of all the debt. Yes, you'll get rid of the electronic assets as well. But the big problem in the world today is debt, electronic debt. And the bad guys have all that debt and are collecting their tributes from us. So, yeah, it's time. It's real exciting. I think the debt ceiling and the budget problems, issues that'll start kicking in by Friday is all part of the larger picture. Trump talking about that wall again, and it's going to be the big sticking point. It's why nothing's going to get passed. No one's going to get paid. This is the wall, the wall. I think China will build the wall. China will pay for the wall to keep us out of Mexico. When silver goes to $10,000 an ounce, China's going to want to build that wall. They don't want people to come in and take their natural resources. They've already done it. Mexico has sent out so many of its silver mining production. 20 billion ounces of the 60 billion ounces that the world has produced came out of Mexico and left Mexico. Idiotic. Mexican people should overthrow their government as soon as possible, only for that reason, that Mexico has given up all their wealth. They still have a lot in the ground. Save it. Don't allow any silver exports. It would cure this problem right away, because all of a sudden there'll be no physical out there. And no country in South America should be selling silver to anyone. Any country that exports silver is part of the bad guys. And everybody in every country that has a government with a very export-centric way of ruling for the silver exports, for gold exports, for oil exports, it's time to keep it. Electronic money is out there and dying, so everybody's going to be looking for stuff. And if you have stuff, you got to keep it. Anyway, Weir, roadtoruta.com. Don't forget to subscribe to this video and to the Road to Ruta website. You get a free book if you put your email in there. And like it. Do that little thumbs up. Thumbs up for this. Silver off the charts. We'll talk to you later.